The grand final between two very familiar faces, Adam Raga and Toni Bo. There's confirmation of the scores in the single section shootout, the runner-up final. Jaime Busto 2 marks, Mikel Jalabert 5. And Jaime Busto will be on the podium tonight alongside Adam Raga and Toni Bo, but in which order we will find out over the next 6 sections. Full course this time, 6 sections. They will begin with the concrete blocks we saw in the consolation final. Adam Raga is going first. Toni Bo looks on. So it's Bo versus Raga. Well, Toni Bo has contested 87 X-Trials in his career. He's won 62 of them. He must have played off against Adam Raga in most of those. It's final time here on the Ile de la Réunion at the Stade Jean-Yves de Saint-Denis. And Adam Raga about to get us underway. Section 1 of 6. He's not happy about something, it seems, at the moment. What is going on here? Well, I'm not sure what is going on here. Adam Raga clearly unhappy about something. Looking at my section diagram here in the commentary box, I think he was expecting the section to start from the other end. So there seems to be some confusion here over the design of the section, but he's underway now. So a bit of confusion over which end the section was meant to start from, I think, there. We've seen it used both ways in the consolation final, the runner-up final, of course. Up goes Adam Raga, drops a mark for leaning on that highest section, highest element of the section. So 1 mark down for Raga, but no problem through the rest of section 1. That's 1 mark dropped for Adam Raga. Can Toni Bo go clean through section 1? Here comes the king of X-Trial, ready to show us how it's done. He's got 1 minute to get through section 1. It's the only part of the X-Trial where they run alternately, the 2 riders. Here comes Toni Bo. Gets the revs up. He'll drop a mark there for leaning, exactly the same as Adam Raga did. The rest of the section shouldn't prove too much of a problem for Toni Bo. You can see the edge of that block is pretty rough, not easy to take off from, but no problem for Toni Bo. He matches Adam Raga, 1 mark dropped. On to section 2. This will be the cotton reels that nobody managed to get over. Apologies, it will be the pipes, the Monster Energy pipes next. Apologies there. Cotton reels are section 3. And this time they have to tackle this Monster Energy liveried section in both directions with 1 minute to do so. This is going to be tricky. Adam Raga will go first. Most experienced man in the field. No problem with the opening. The tricky bit is at the turnaround when they've got to come back over that horizontal pipe. Adam Raga swings it round. Oh, he's in trouble, he's gone. 5.5 marks for Adam Raga. I did not expect that so soon into section 2. 6 so far in total for Adam Raga. He could be in trouble early on in this final. Let's see what Toni Bow can do then. 1 mark to his name so far. Out comes Toni Bow. Clock will start the moment he touches the obstacle. 1 minute for Toni Bow to traverse this tricky section of concrete pipes. Here he goes. No problem over the first element of the section. Now it gets tougher as they go in. Swing it round. Now onto the vertical pipe. He doesn't bother with the drop that Adam Raga failed on. He jumps across the gap. They can do that in this final. It's only in round 1 where they had to drop onto that lower vertical pipe. Now, this is the tricky bit. Only Toni Bow has got up this section so far. He's done it again. He will drop a mark for footing. Bow leaps across the gap now. And he is all set to take the lead of Extrail La Réunion in this final from Adam Raga. Up the tower and over goes Toni Bow. Just 1 mark dropped. Did he drop another one there? Yes, he has. 2 marks for Toni Bow. He leads on 3 compared to Adam Raga's 6. So 3 plays 6 going into section 3. The cotton reels, this time tackled in the opposite direction to round 2. Makes the ascent a bit easier. Some fiendish elements to this obstacle. A lot of height changes, you can see. Shout goes up again from the crowd in support of Adam Raga. This is good so far. No marks dropped for Adam Raga. What's he going to do here? Doesn't jump straight across the gap. Not enough power in the TRS to do that. He's only got 15 seconds to go. Here comes Adam Raga over the top, and he's through. And that's clean for Adam Raga. Remains on 6 marks. He's got to rely on Toni Bow making mistakes here. And making mistakes in a final is something Toni Bow very rarely does. Here comes the master. Ready for section 3. Almost halfway through this final already here at Extrail La Réunion. Into the section goes Toni Bow. Taking it a little more steadily than Adam Raga. Now to climb up these cotton reels. Taking his time here. 40 seconds to go. This is great from Bow, able to take it steady. He still hasn't dropped any marks. Up and over the final element he goes. A clean from Toni Bow in section 3. And he remains on 3 marks. Still 3 ahead of Adam Raga. Section 4 is next. This time they have to tackle it in both directions, this girder and cage framework. Raga to go first, and this time you have to enter via that higher block, not via the Lego brick as we call it, but the block up onto the girder. This could prove the trickiest manoeuvre all night for these two. He's made it look reasonably simple so far. Into section 3, no marks dropped there. He got it onto the girder very nicely, and again. Very good indeed here from Adam Raga. Drops a mark for footing there though, as he turns the bike. Trying to save time a bit there. I think he's got to come back in the opposite direction, yes. Being tackled both ways in this final. Up to the turnaround. Time might be against him here. Only 25 seconds on the clock as he landed. Going to have to quicken his pace here, Adam Raga. Over the comparatively easy section of cages. Still just the 1 mark dropped. 10 seconds. Is he going to do it? Raga gets the turn. He's going to have to push on here, Adam Raga, over the cylinder. 1 second on the clock. He's not going to do it. Time has beaten him, and that's a fail for Adam Raga. Second fail of the lap. Is that the moment that Toni Bow takes X-Trail win number 63? Has that handed it to him? So Raga now on 11 marks, Bow still on 3. What can Toni Bow do here? He's got this tricky ascent up onto the girder, first of all. Up he goes, no problem at all. Doesn't hang around either on the cylinder, not even waiting for his assistant. There he goes. Now Raga put a foot down here, trying to save time and turn the bike quicker. Bow doesn't need to. First half of the section completed. Bow with time on his side, turns it round. Along the girder, into the turn. Still no marks dropped. Is he going to clean section 3? This will almost be enough to guarantee him another victory, Toni Bow, if he gets clean over this. And he has, with 6 seconds to spare. Superb from Toni Bow. And 3 plays 11 with 2 sections to go. Really, as long as Bow does not fail section 5, he will win X-Trail La Réunion. Adam Raga to attempt section 5 first. The black concrete blocks to be tackled in both directions. So Adam Raga needs a clean here after those 2 fails early on. In goes Adam Raga, up the staircase. He knows that he really needs a clean here. Nice and rapid so far. Completes the first half of the section in no time at all. It only took him just over 10 seconds. Turns it round. Back again. Still clean at the moment, no marks dropped. Now he has to drop it to the floor this time, a different element in this final. Another fiendish element on this La Réunion course. He's now got to somehow ascend that concrete block, the tallest obstacle in the competition, perhaps apart from that ramp that led into the cotton reels that nobody ascended. Adam Raga gets the revs up, he's up, and he's down. 5 marks for Adam Raga, and that means Toni Bow will win X-Trial La Réunion. Even with 2 fails on the last 2 sections, Bow will not drop behind Adam Raga, even with 10 more marks. So Toni Bow will add win number 63 to his repertoire. The man who just cannot stop winning. And now it will surely be time for the Toni Bow show. He loves to celebrate with a bit of showboating once the event is sewn up. Does Toni? So 1 minute then to do the black concrete blocks in both directions for Toni Bow. Up he goes. No marks dropped there. Completes the section at much the same speed as Adam Raga, but he does drop a mark for leaning. It matters not, the event win is all but confirmed. Remember, they have to drop to the floor this time and then ascend this huge cinder block. Let's see if he can do it. Toni Bow limbers up. He's up. He's up. He's done it. Oh, fantastic from Toni Bow. Once again, he's through. And the Toni Bow show is well underway once again. He dropped a couple of marks in there, but it won't matter to him now. 5 plays 16 with 1 section to go. Toni Bow has done it. Just the 6th section of this final to go. It's the blue and white concrete blocks, the Région Réunion obstacle. I think there is one more twist possibly thrown in here. Adam Raga defeated once again. Crowd cheers him on as he gets ready for his final run of the event. Raga is ready. Now a hush descends. He's on 16 marks already, and a disappointing final for him. Up he goes. Flies the first part of this section. Oh no, hesitation at all there. Straight up and over. Still clean at the moment. Now to turn it round. And the fiendish element we mentioned. This time he's got to enter, not through the blue block to the left there, but onto the high white block. You can't touch that blue block in this final. He said it's a punishing course tonight. One of the more difficult I've seen in recent X-Trial history. Up he goes, Adam Raga, he's done it. He'll drop a mark for leaning, but he's up. Then over onto the Girder section. Now, which way is he going to attack? Oh, I'm going to say, which way is he going to attack the blue block? He didn't even notice it was there. He flew over it. Superb, Adam Raga. 1 mark dropped. He finishes with a total of 17. And now it's time once again for the Toni Bow show. Both ways along section 6. What is he going to come up with? Adam Raga with a bit of showboating there. He finishes with 17. Toni Bow already cannot be caught. Win number 63 for the world champion. What can Toni Bow do here? Here he goes. Into section 6. No problems over the first elements. He won't quite clear the gap in that direction. being a little more cautious than Raga perhaps here. It's paying off for him. Over the girders. Toni Bow showboating as expected, spins off the obstacle. He's got 35 more seconds to go. No marks dropped so far. Really would be out on a high if he can complete this with a clean. Let's see what he can do here. Into the second half of the obstacle. He's only got 20 seconds. He's up, he's down. But he didn't come off the bike, so he'll try again. He's still in contact with the machine, so he'll try it again. He's only got 10 seconds. He's up, he's down again. He's not going to do it. He takes a 5 from the final obstacle to finish on 10 marks, but Toni Bow wins the inaugural X-Trail La Réunion by 10 marks to 17. That's X-Trail win number 63 in his career for Toni Bow. And the crowd loves him. Is he going to have one more go here just to prove he can do it? He's already failed the obstacle. He wants to prove he can do it here. The crowd chants his name. He wants to see if he can do this. He's up. He's not going to do it. But it matters not. He's still trying. Toni Bow is determined to get up this obstacle. The crowd's still chanting his name. They want to see him do it. He's done it. He had to prove it to them. He's already failed the obstacle. He'll take 5 marks. He doesn't care. This is the Toni Bow show. And he completes it. Ever the showman, Toni Bow. Dominance once again from the king of X-Trail. Toni Bow wins it. Adam Raga, the runner-up, and Jaime Busto third. And many congratulations to Toni Bow on X-Trail win number 63 from 88 appearances. He was determined to make that last obstacle. It took him 4 attempts. Flying through section 4, a highlight.
Okay, Toni, congratulations for this first victory in the new World Championship. We look so powerful, so we look that you intend to give a great show one more year. So, what are your first sensations here in the other side of the world?
Yeah, I think first of all, this is a show, no, it's a World Championship. No, I think the public I enjoy a lot with me, with another riders this night, but for the championship I'm very happy. My riding in the first lap and second lap is very close to perfect, and finally I think I ride my best riding in the final with a very difficult sections. I think it's perfect night for the start of the season.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.
In the season. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, quite brilliant, to say the least, from Toni Bow. Very pleased with his own performance there. The final standings confirmed. Toni Bow with 10 marks to his name, just that one failure on the very last obstacle. Adam Raga with 3 fails on his way to 17 marks. A comprehensive victory in the end for the king of X-Trail, Toni Bow. Will he go for an unbeaten record this season? We shall wait and see as the championship moves on next to X-Trail Rennes in France. Then it moves on to Budapest in Hungary. Then Barcelona and Bilbao. Wiener Neustadt in Austria. Finally Andorra. There is the classification confirmed. Toni Bow the winner ahead of Adam Raga. Jaime Busto completes the podium ahead of his new Vertigo teammate Mikel Gelabert. He was the top event rider, goes through to a place at Rennes. Jorge Casales a fine 5th ahead of Gabriel Marcelli. Benoit Bincaz won't be pleased with 7th, and Kieran Tooley the wild card, rounding out the 8 riders on what has been a superb night here on l'Île de Réunion, here at the Stade Jean-Yves de Saint-Denis. Podium celebration will come up very shortly. There's the championship points confirmed. 20 points for Toni Bo. Adam Raga on 15. Jaime Busto 12. Michael Jalabert 9. Jorge Casales on 6. Gabriel Marcelli 4. Benoit Bincas only 2. And Kieran Tooley gets 1 point. A slightly different point scale being used this year. And now they'll look forward towards Extrial Rennes in France. Coming up in just 1 week's time before the championship moves into 2020. The first 2020 round held in Budapest, Hungary. And then the showpiece event at Extrial Barcelona, Extrial Bilbao coming up after that. What a great event that was last season. Jaime Busto, the local hero there. And it's on to Wiener Neustadt, Austria, and finally Andorra. Podium presentation taking place then. Third place, Jaime Busto. Great first event for the Vertigo team. He'll be chuffed to be on the podium, the world number 3. In second place for the TRS team, Adam Raga looked very crestfallen at the end of the final, was disappointed with his final performance. They can still take pride in the runner-up placing here tonight. But there was no doubt about the winner. Almost right from the start of round 1, it looked as if he was going to take the 63rd win of his career, and so it proved. About to step forward onto the podium as winner of Extrial La Réunion, Toni Bo. His incredible record continues. Will he go for an unbeaten record this year, I wonder? Beaten just once in Extrial season 2019 in Barcelona by Adam Raga. That was after Bo had taken a knock in a fall during the second round. He still only lost by 1 mark on that occasion. Vice President of the region of La Réunion, Vincent Payet, making the presentations. Third place trophy to Jaime Busto. Olivier Bourri of Motul Oils making the presentation to Adam Raga, the runner-up. Shakes hands with all 3 riders. And the winner's trophy about to be handed over for the 63rd time in his Extrial career to the king of the sport, Toni Bo. Francois Javel, the president of Nordev, one of the sponsors of this event, hands over the winner's trophy, held aloft by Toni Bo.